Hey guys, Nutty Natty here for Nutty Natty TV. I'm here with Fiona from the Barmy Army. She's a Barmy Army member. She comes to a lot of games, see her at LSV sometimes, see her on a few aways maybe. How you doing, Fiona?
Yeah, not too bad. Nice weather the last few days. Been quite good.
Mm,
Yeah, missing football still, as always.
everyone's missing football and staying safe. You all right yourself and
Yeah, just staying at home, working from home and all that kind of thing. Just being, sensible. So yeah.
I know
What
that
about
working
you?
from home feeling. I know that working from home feeling, so I'm still working from home and I don't like it when I get out. Um, but don't we all? But
Mhm.
we can do this. Hopefully, we can get out sooner.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Back
thanks.
at football.
Yeah, back at football. That's where we want to be. See people joining now. Thanks for coming on, Fiona. It's your first time on here. Hope you're ready. It's a difficult one today. Talking about our top 5 goals. I just come up with them sort of floating around my head today, but we settled on 2 that we're gonna go
Yeah.
for. Did you find it hard coming up with top 5?
Yeah, because there were some great goals last season. We were scoring goals for fun. We had some. Obviously, the keeper's not as good a quality in the championship, so we scored some great cracking goals. But yeah, lots of them to watch.
Yeah, good. I know you watched quite a few of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Highlights.
Mm.
Right, let's crack on with number 1 then. See which one. This one we agree on. Um, how you Torin? How you John? We're going through number 1. I'm gonna go. How you John as well? I'm gonna go. LJ this season, the first ever Barclays Women's Super League goal. I mean, the celebrations were absolutely mental, but the goal was really like LJ. That's what she's all about. I mean, she makes it again for me, another goal, and I'm sure people guess which one, but the poor one, just the way the movement. I think Haley won it back. No, Haley played it out to Jess. Jess, or Haley won it back and then passed it to Jess, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, and Jess passes
What
it
do you?
back into the centre.
And then Jess passes it back into LJ. And I think I remember when I was watching that goal, Fiona, I thought she was going to miss because the way she cut it, and she'd had a few shots, and I thought, we'd missed a few already. City, Arsenal. So I thought, please don't just take the shot now, LJ. What are you doing? She cut it back inside, and then boom, and you saw the ball go in, and the whole place was just like I mean the video LJ runs it. I don't remember anything because I just remember the relief leaving the body. Um, Boy, it was an amazing goal. Just that's what LJ is all about. That's what she does. There's other goals like it. Palace, some people have said that LJ Palace goal, jink. But the way she did it in the WSL, um, for me, that was an amazing goal. So that's one we agree on. What's your thoughts on the goal?
Yeah, so we hadn't scored in the previous 2 games, so we were a bit nervous. This is Liverpool. We want to beat them, but we also need to make sure we score. We'd missed a few chances in the previous games, and so yeah, Jess, she win. I think I remember her winning it back, and then she passed it to LJ, and LJ has on it. It's like looks like she's gonna shoot on her right, and the defender just comes sliding in, and LJ just
Mm.
sits it down, turns it onto her left, and just boom into the back of the net. And the celebrations just absolutely wild. We obviously love scoring against Liverpool whenever we can, and
Yeah.
winning against them, getting our first points. Great.
It makes that goal so much better. Angie and Gareth are also gone for that goal, so you can tell it's a fan's favourite. For me, I think, I mean, yeah, we scored lots of goals last season, but I think that even is probably you can say close to our goal of the season this year. What would you
It's the
say about
meaning.
that?
It's the meaning
Yeah,
behind it as well. So yeah, it's a great goal. Young player tricks them out, that kind of thing. But yeah, for us Reds, it means a lot as well. Our first WSL goal. Great things to remember. And yeah, I think would it be up there with WSL like goal of the season? Might not be, but it means that much to us that we would probably say yes. Um,
Yeah.
Beating the Scousers, it's just what we love to do.
Definitely. And I think, that's why it's up there, because like you say, it's our first goal, but it's against them. And that just adds the cherry on top of a goal. I mean, a lot of my goals are going to be like ones where you're like, boom, that moment, and that's the moment that you'll always remember. Might not be the best goals, and for me, that's not even probably one of our best goals, but it's up there and it's in my list because words can't describe how you felt then.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I thought she was going to miss. I mean, when she did pull it back onto her, what were you thinking, Fiona?
I was like, just don't mess it up, LJ. Just don't mess it up now. I think it was quite late. It was like, yeah, we'd missed a number of like chances. We've said often this season, we've not been clinical enough, and so at that time, yeah, we were probably a bit nervous. But this is LJ. She might miss a few chances, but she'll carry on going and she'll have some more, and they pay off in the end. She scored some great goals last season, and we did see a few goals similar to this. But it's the LJ that we know and love. Tricking out getting that player to sit down, that kind of thing. It's just what we want to see more of that. We haven't seen it enough.
Yeah. I mean, Gary's talking about one goal there versus Brighton, where she just takes on like Brighton. That was exactly the same. But, like you say, we haven't seen enough of that in the Super League. Maybe we would have seen more of it with Leah coming back in. I know she was injured, but, if they could have started it again now, it would have been good, with her and Leah back on form kind of thing. John's also saying the relief when we scored, not only for us, for the players as well. That's why I think we both agreed, in it. It's got to be up there.
Now that we finally had one goal to our name, we believe in ourselves for future games as well. We've not scored in 2 games, and I think this getting quite late on, and you start thinking, oh, what's gonna happen this season? We're not scoring enough compared to last season. So yeah, definitely a moment of relief.
Yeah, so good. Another one. Goal number 2. We agree on this one. And it's not what Matt and Gareth have gone for the other one in this game, but me and you, we've gone for it. JS versus City. Sigsworth versus City, County Cup. That's our number 2 goal, both of us. For me, that goal, the Zellum free kick is amazing, and yeah, it would be in there for me. But I think the one that she scored, Jess, against City, and I think we've shown that we can score set pieces. It's really good. But I think the way that Hansen and Leah were down them wings all game, and then finally Hansen got it down on the right, whipped it in, first one there, Jess, bang, 2-0, and then that was it. You knew you'd won the game. The relief, I think, as well, I thought, like, shit, we're going to beat City. We're beating City. It's going to happen. We're going to beat them. It's on. And I mean, I know Mark said last week City weren't very good that thing, but I don't think it was City weren't that very good. I think we just had too much for them. We were all over them in the middle of the park. We were playing our best football, and yes, maybe they didn't play, maybe they dropped below levels, but I think at times they were trying, and they gave battles in the midfield, but we were just a step ahead of them. And I think potentially that showed in the latest game versus the cup game, because for me that was quite an even game, and the ref ruined it. But by the by, but that Jess goal, it was Jess all over. It was Jess in the middle. Whatever, she just cuts in front of the first defender and gets a goal. And for me, Hansen versus what's her face, Stokes. Showing that she can compete in the WSL. Jess showing versus Bonner and Steph showing, listen, I deserve to be here. Bang, them two combine, part-time, boom. They're not anymore, they're full-time and the Reds, and it's really showing for me what it is. John said a real team goal. What's your thoughts, Fiona? Why do you pick this one?
So I was really just like struggling between this one and the Katie free kick. And I went for this one because, again, it's something we haven't seen enough of this season, but it was well executed as well, running down the wings, whipping a crossing, and just getting onto the end of it. We saw that quite a bit last season, and I think with the strength that we've got in Leah and Kirsty on the wings, it's something we need to use a lot, and it just showed, yeah, we can compete with those top few clubs. They're brilliant players, and then Jess getting on the end of it. Love it when Jess scores, and obviously it's beating City when it's 1-0. We've seen this season that things don't necessarily end up with us winning. We need to make sure we score a number of goals, whether it be poor referee decisions, mistake at the back, which can happen at free kicks, penalties, that kind of thing. So yeah, getting that second goal, really just like makes it clear we're winning this game. You've not got a chance now. Bye bye, kind of thing. And that's you just love it, don't you? That celebration when we score, that relief. Oh yes, we've got another one. Now don't have to worry too much. And yeah, we know Jess is a worker for the team, and she just shows it. She's first to the ball. No, don't need to worry about the defense. Jess is gonna get there, kind of things. Yeah, just love it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's why we've both gone for it in a way, because John's sort of saying a goal scorer's instinct can't be taught, and that's why Jess is our number 9. And John Neville's joined. Hi John. A lot of John's in tonight, but no, it's really good. And I think, like you said, a lot of times the ref has worked against us. We've made a silly mistake. We've let the other team back in. So I think having that second one was really like, bang, we've got this. We've been dominating all the way through. And like I said, I think Katie's goal, is up there as well. But we've been dominating all the way through. And we come back and we win. And we get that second goal. And for me, that was it. We've won now. And I think the crowd sort of felt that, and I think the crowd helped us just see it out, and because we knew we were on the way to winning that.
Katie's free kick is great as well. We've seen it a number of times. Jess stands on by the goal where she's gonna hit it and then runs, and we've seen it a number of times. It's always great, and not everybody can pull that off. But yeah. Jess is just that celebration. Just love it. Just that passing that she has when she scores as well is just brilliant.
Definitely. We're going to go for a third one now. And this is where we disagree. Me and Fiona, we can't agree, but that's football. That's why I love it. For me, my third one was last year, so I'm throwing it back. But it's one that everyone should have seen because I know it went viral. It was London Bees. And it was a free kick. I think Alex started on it, and you probably even remember it more than me, Fiona. But this is me throwing it back to my memory. John saying just loved that goal, but like, hi Vincent as well. Alex started with it. London Bees at home. Alex started with it. I think passed it out. Then it went out to Millie on the wing. Then it came back in, and then Tooney just finished it off. And it was all this. I think it must have been about 10 touches in and around the box. And it was majestic. And if, say, a Barcelona had scored that, you'd be hearing about it for days. But because it's a women's team and, it was against part-time, it was against London Bees, people are saying, oh, well, look at that defending, look at this, look at that. No, just look at a beautiful goal being scored. And, I think that's what people need to think about a bit when they say this is rubbish and that's rubbish. Forget about the standard, look at what's happening. That's why I sort of fell in love with football, because I'm seeing it unfold in front of my eyes, and I'm not thinking about Premier League or this and that. I'm thinking about that quality is absolutely fantastic what they're doing. And it was just all one touch, pass, 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 pass. And I thought, and when I was watching it, I was thinking, what the hell? What's this foolishness to shoot? Why are you not shooting? Like Millie actually ran on, basically one-on-one with the keeper, and I thought, what are you doing? And then she passed it back, and then Tooney was there just to bang it in, and everyone went mad. You know, people were raving, going, "Oh, tactical genius, Ian Wilcock," because it was found out that he sorted it. It's mad, that goal. I mean, what do you think of that goal, Fiona?
Yeah, it was great to see like something from from training quite clearly practice this routine and pulled it off, something a bit different, I don't want to say London bees, we should be beating them anyway. So, try these things out, get a nice, easy on the eye kind of goals. Great to watch. But yeah, I can understand why you're all going mental, you know, free kicks and like set pieces around around the penalty area. We're always saying, shoot, just have a go, shoot. Don't try and pass it into the net. But this was just a perfect example of sometimes it does work. Don't do it every single time. But that one, it was just like, yeah, had all the defenders puzzled, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's like you say, I mean, it's not my favourite goal last season. John saying it proves that teamwork in training, attacking drills. For me, yeah, it's great. But as a fan, you're watching and thinking, just shoot, like, don't mess about. I'm not one of these. I'm not an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? That's their kind of style. I'm a Barcelona fan. That's their kind of style. I mean, I can appreciate Arsenal and Barcelona when they're at the top, but for me, it's the Jess goals versus City, whipping it in the box, bang. And so like Beckham free kicks kind of thing. So Zelen free kicks, love them. So when that happened in front of your eyes, you're thinking at the time, no, 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 no. But then you're like, actually, that's an absolutely quality goal. And you just got to hold your hands up and say, wow, I might not be that fan of that style of play, but that was amazing and well done. And, people raving about it. But Fiona, then.
Right. So I've gone for Jess versus Reading at home this season. So when you look at it, it's a good, quick counter-attacking goal. Who gets it? So Jackie Groenen gets it, and she's probably halfway through in our half, and she just sees Jess, and Jess is running, and just a brilliant through ball, and Jess worked for the team. Everybody knows that. You see that, so she just like goes past the defender, and then is clever, makes the defender have to go behind her. Could trip her up if she might get a free kick out of her, a penalty or whatever. And then yeah, she just finishes it off, and it's Jess. We always go wild for Jess goal, don't we? So yeah, it was just yeah, we have a lot of competition with Reading. They make it difficult for us in these games, and it was just yeah, Jess finishing them off, kind of leaving them in the dust. And it's something we haven't seen too much again this season. Quick counter-attacking goals. We don't need to, try and pass it into the net, that kind of thing. And it's just great to see that we can do that. We've got that variety in our team after seeing all the goals we've scored. And yeah, you would never doubt Jess when then she's pretty much one-on-one with the keeper to tuck it away. Yeah, she's probably quite tired from sprinting the full pitch, but this is Jess. She loves the club, and she'll do anything she can to score. So yeah, I just have to have that goal in there.
No, well, Fiona, yeah. Mark saying Deborah loves that goal. John Foster saying his favourite goal, 2 great goals that game, which yes, Paul on Twitter even said to me, Hansen versus Reading, that's a forgotten cracker, and it is, and chipping it over Leah, and then Hansen's there on the volley. John saying that's why she should be down the middle, and then it's like you're saying it. I think that game, it was really tight, it was really tough. So in a way, it's the same sort of feelings that we're talking about. It's you're so you need something to finish it off. We need to kill the game off. And I think that goal really did. We knew we'd won it then, and I think that again was relief. Jess making us putting us at ease.
Yeah. The Reading do make it's physical games against them. They make us work hard, they fight back, and so that was why it was just great. We need to get if we could score loads of goals, it'd be great. But making it difficult for them, if they're piling on the pressure and we can show we're going to score a counter-attacking goal, they might think about it. So yeah, but no, Kirsty's goal was great as well. Yeah, and I know Jackie's got a lot of stick this season. We haven't seen the best of her, but that was a good assist from her. Eyes up, with looking across the pitch for who's available rather than just passing it around the centre, which has happened sometimes. So yeah, a nice assist for the goal as well.
Yeah, it was a quality ball. I mean, that's what we want to see Jackie doing all the time. I'm not saying that she hasn't done it, and there's times where people miss chances, and then you can say Jess down the middle. That's what she does. She's a number 9. She scores goals, and
good teamwork together.
Yeah, so that's what you want to see a bit more of, Jackie playing them balls to Jess maybe, or if it's not Jess is on the wing, get like a deadly number 9, clinical, and I think you'll see a lot more assists potentially from Jackie. But she could. There's times where Jackie has missed it in the middle of the park and stuff. So it's all just developing and growing this team, and
having Jess
opinions.
having Jess up the middle gives them a target, doesn't it, as well? So
definitely, and that's why she's got 2 goals for us, and that's not even the 2 from last year, 2 from this year, and she scored great goals last year as well. We're going to move on to the 4th one, and I've even forgot what my 4th one was. No, I haven't. My 4th one, again, the little baby, the little queen. I'm going to call for it, and again, I'm going to not go back to the men's football, but people said it was a bad goalkeeper. But then I remember watching a goal. It was Zlatan for Paris, and there was more fans in the pitch, and he was a bit closer, I think, so maybe you can give him that. But it was exactly the same kind of goal, corner. Keeper had no chance. So I think this is why people need to show a bit of respect to the women's, because this Zlatan goal that he scored in Champions League versus whoever, God knows, but was the same as LJ versus Leicester. And I don't care if people don't like it. It was the same kind of goal. Can't even remember who, but she picked up in the middle. She drove a bit forward, and then she just let her foot go through that ball into the top corner, and it was just like, wow. And I remember it just standing there looking at it, just going, are you mad? Like, that's literally what I think I must have said, because it's that kind of goal, like, are you mad? And I think we had a bit of a hangover, a bit tired, whatever it was. It was just, are you mad? Are you crazy? I mean, you can say part-time, would she do it against a WSL? I think she would do it against a WSL, because that ball, the only thing that would happen in the WSL, they'd probably be close around her. But that ball went in the corner, and there was no way anyone was touching that ball. So for me, that was an amazing goal. What's your thoughts?
Absolute rocket. It was on my list of goals, that I was considering. Absolute rocket on that. And she just took it like just so calm and collected. Don't need to worry about LJ. She got good. She's young, but she's like not bothered by this kind of things. And yeah, you do sometimes wonder why are you having a shot from there, and then you just absolute rocket into the top corner. Well, LJ, you've answered the question straight away. It's something that you just love to see, don't you? And I think in that game there was a good goal from Hansen as well. So there were clearly a bit of competitiveness between our players. Who's going to score the best goal in that match?
Yeah, But for me, I remember the handsome one that was from a similar, maybe a bit closer distance. But she scored some rockets last year. Sheffield as well, and she scored a good goal against Leicester both times, home and away. Hanson got in the act and got in on the assists a lot. So she was involved in a lot of goals. But for me, that game, it was all about LJ, and that goal made it to the goal of the month competition. I think they should do a separate one for the women, because some of the goals that they score, less so now, but I think slowly we'll start to see those rockets coming back, and goal like that needs to be celebrated properly.
We don't often see her taking a chance from that far. We often see her running at defence as well. She can do that. She can trick them, that kind of stuff. So it was just good to see something else from her as well. We know she has so much potential, and she's started showing it. She's got all this. She's not like a one type of. She doesn't play just one type of way. She's got that variety in her, and that keeps the opposition guessing. It's just great.
Yeah, definitely. So what do you think then, Fiona? What's your fourth one? Can you persuade me round? What do you guys think? Get in the comments. Which one do you think?
So I know somebody's agreed with me on this one. Gareth's agreed on this one. Amy T versus Everton in the Conte this season. When you watch it, and we all probably thought it at that time. It's like, what's Amy T doing up there? She's a great defender, and she's played a lot of at the right back, but we don't see her attacking that much. You just think, oh, okay, sure, Amy, you do. Because Everton, we've comfortable beating them a number of times, and then she just shoots. Now, some might say it was meant to be a cross, but I think she was aiming at that goal. Everybody expected it to cross, so why don't you have a pop at the goal that time? And it was just, she scored a similar goal, and yeah, it just stands out for me. Being Everton, people sometimes say, "Oh, we're competing with Everton." Whenever we've played them, we've scored 3 goals. And it's good to see Amy getting in on them.
The act, yeah. There's an interview after, and she says, "No, I was thinking about crossing." And you can even see it in her face, because she gets closer and closer and closer, and thinks no one's here. And the way she strikes the ball, it's not like it's a cross. You know what I mean? I think she would more place it if it was a cross. But I think you can tell from where she started running, she was thinking, "Right, cross it in the box." But from where she ended up, and she thought, "I might as well just go for it." And she just whacked that ball. And I know Deborah likes, when we did play Everton in the Conte, there was a chance when she was on the halfway line, she just struck it, and it just hit the crossbar. And we would have gone mad. But if you look, I know you've watched it back, but guys, if you watch back that most recent game at Southport, us there, and LJ scored a really good goal there as well. But the sound when Amy scores that goal, oh my God, it was just the other side of the, so it's mad. The way you can hear us even louder than all the other goals. It's just crazy. And it was a brilliant day that. I think it just topped it all off. Everton were close to us in the league. We were thinking this is the first time we're playing them in the Super League. Chloe Kelly had scored a lot of goals, so people, I was expecting a lot from her that game. It probably didn't come true. But Amy T just bossed it all that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of competitiveness with Everton. We are fighting for the same spots at the moment in the league, that kind of thing. But yeah, it was just great, and it's an away day, but it's quite local. So there are lots of Reds that go, whatever day of the week, be it a Sunday, be it midweek, evening, a night game, that kind of thing. You get Reds turning up. and particularly because LSV's on that side of Manchester as well. Southport isn't the best pitch, but we still turned up. We didn't let anything. We wanted to take all of our chances, no problems. And yeah, good goals. You just love it, don't you?
Yeah.
Love an away day, and then top it off with 3 good goals.
Yeah, I mean, John Foster's saying this. Let's show it. Comes up. Oh, let me show it.
There you go.
Should look for a pass. No one was free. That was a shot. I agree. But, people say about the keeper, and Gary said the keeper wasn't that good, but listen, you can only be what's in front of you. That's why I say I don't like the comments of the keeper this or the keeper should have done that. This is where we're at. This is the standard. They've got to, match that standard. For me, I think the goals even have improved a lot since last year to this, even though they were brilliant goals last year. You can just tell how much harder they're working for them now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm gonna. What are you saying?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we often see Amy as being quite a defensive right back. And yeah, she does a great job defending, and probably our other fullbacks probably a bit more attacking. But it's good to see. Good to see it. We love if all our players attacking, don't we?
No nonsense. That's where we all view Amy. take a girl out, Amy Turner. But I love to see it, and then the fact that she smashes that in, it's just it's Amy T all over. But it's coming to the last one, and I mean, to be fair, this one, I mean, there's some comments as well. We can talk about them. Guys, put your questions in. We'll talk about everything else. But just coming to the 5th and final goal. It is, isn't it? It's the 5th one, and this one we disagree on as well. But I'll shout out what other people are saying. It's not all about what I think or you think, Fiona. I can see Garrett. I'm going to read out Garrett's comments.
Yeah, there's so many to choose from. So that there are lots of great goals this season and last season. So I'm
going to read out Gareth's comments, and he put this up there. He didn't put it in his 5, but he put it up there. And to be honest, for me, this goal, it's not even one of her best. I think her best goal came at Palace away. I know a lot of people haven't seen it. So when she did it, she sort of was at the edge of the box and sort of dinked it into the far corner, and it was an amazing goal. Molly Green versus Palace. If anyone can check that out, and I remember watching it, just saying, bloody hell. But Barmy Army do these, Vincent. So get on them. Link on Barmy Army page, Teesprings, get on it. But it wasn't the Palace goal I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for Molly Green versus Arsenal. Oh, and that is just for the euphoria of what we felt behind that goal. It was a typical Molly Green goal, picked up, Kersey Smith banged it in to her. I think it was Smithy, banged it into her, and she was the edge of the box, and she just went bang, bottom corner, and the whole place. I remember I was quite near the back of the terrace, and I just remember seeing like a hat fly and glasses, and I saw Ben rush, and I thought, I'm rushing, and then I saw Ben sort of jump, and then I jumped, and then it fell, and we were on the edge of the bloody thing, banging on it like, come on, let's go, let's push. But the minute we scored that goal, the whole place changed. The whole place changed. And that what's her face from Holland, she looked at us like scared because on the blood, we could taste the closeness of a victory, and it was unlucky that we lost that game 2-1. But for me, that goal and the celebration and the feelings after that goal, it was like Evra versus Bayern Munich. You're thinking, shit, we're on here, we're gonna do it, and unfortunately, you don't. But I say if there was half an hour left in that game, she scored it a bit earlier. There's only 10 minutes, but that place changed. The minute she scored that goal, we were all over them. Alex was banging in things, whipping in balls, the corners. They were shaking Arsenal because the whole atmosphere just changed off that goal, and it was our gaff. We were running the shots, and for me, that goal will always go down in a big history. And Vincent, Facebook me, and I'll message you back for the shirt. But what's your feelings on that goal? Did you see it? Do you remember it at the time?
I've seen it. I remember it, and it must have been. That was probably our first big WSL, team that we were playing against. We played against Reading and Liverpool and a few others at that point. But this is Arsenal. Arsenal are always in that top 2, top 3. Challenging for the league. We're in the Championship. We know what we can do. But Arsenal probably came into that game thinking, oh yeah, we'll beat them, no problem. And just to score against them, that's great, isn't it? That great feeling, we can compete. We were hoping to get promoted to WSL anyway, so that belief in the squad, in each other as well as the players, would have been great after that feeling. And then we've seen it this season, we've seen it last season. If we need that last minute kind of goal, the team will fight and they'll try everything. It doesn't. Obviously, we didn't win then, but they keep fighting, and that gives you that belief, doesn't it? It's just great. And Arsenal, they do think they're the big guys in the WSL, and they have been for a long time. But we shut them up with that goal for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Mark's even saying it there. He was there. The whole atmosphere changed. I mean, yes, they were 2-0 up, and they probably were cruising. And for us to just come in there and just rock the place, and that showed, like you say, we can compete. And for me, it's how can I say it? Just really set the scene for a lot of it. I think it would have been fantastic if we could have got there this season. I mean, on a Sunday, even more people. Oh my God, it would have been amazing. I mean, Molly even talks of it, how close, how much you can hear, how much they thrive off it. The atmosphere at a place like that one was so close. And to be honest, I think, we've shown it in that game, we've shown it in this. Who knows what would have happened? I'm not saying we would have gone to Borough and wouldn't beaten them, but I think we need to realise that we are good enough. We are a top team, and maybe don't show. I'm not saying don't respect them. Respect everything that they've done, but don't show it on the pitch. They're just a team, and we're just a team, and we can beat any team on our day. So that's what we need to do. Go into it on our day all the time. Yeah, because if you go into it thinking, oh, it's Arsenal, they're this, they're the champions, then you've already lost the game. If you go into it thinking there's 11 girls, let's go beat them today, it's different.
I think last season we were quite confident because we were obviously winning most games by quite a few goals. We're obviously doing very well in the league, and that we were not. I wouldn't say cruising, but we were comfortable enough in the league. So when we were playing the big teams, that extra motivation. These are the games where we need to show what we are as a team.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah. So now, Fiona, it's your 5th goal. Which one are you going for?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this one, there were so many goals to choose from. I wasn't really sure, there was some where not necessarily just the goal, the build up to it was great and that kind of thing. So I've actually decided to go for a goal, and it's mainly because of the celebration. And I know Mark will like this one. Hayley Ladd. Hayley Ladd versus Leicester. It was a great game. It was it was a night game, wasn't it? We were just singing our hearts out, and it was, again, we had lots of goals that game, something we haven't seen too much. And Hayley just gets the ball, she looks up and just says, she must have seen the keeper and just thought, why don't I have a try? We were already 8-0 up at that point, I think, so we were just cruising. What could happen if she kind of don't need to worry about it. So just pings it and they just looked around. Yeah, I agree. Done very Cantona celebration. Yeah.
That's what the other John said. Foster would have been goal of the season, of course. And yeah, John Cantona. The celebration alone, nonchalant, not bothered. Not bothered, but you know what I mean. Just brilliant goal. Oh, the collar. Oh, imagine if she just went. It would have been absolutely class. But the thing is with Hayley, she's such a nice girl, and I think we were shouting, weren't we? Like, we want 10, or whatever throughout the game. And so obviously at 8, I don't know whether we were just shouting at shoot, and she actually stepped up and just went bang, and we were like,
They normally don't listen to us, do they? So, yeah. So no, it was just.
Oh, Vincent's just said one, and she was talking about it today. Martha's pen that cost Ben the beard. And Martha was on a Insta Live today. If you look at my Instagram, you can see it, and she actually did say, everyone was waiting for me, but I daren't shoot before. But obviously, it's the last game. We're already 2-3 up. I'd won the penalty. She still said Casey would have taken her off if she'd missed, and I thought, I don't believe
she should have done.
But games like that, we had a lot last season. We'd already won the league. 8-0 up. Games like Leicester, do you see that more? Like, relax, more confidence, more they want to take a chance more. Whereas I'm not saying you would take it at 1-0 or 0-0, but sometimes in the WSL you have to take a chance to even make it, So it would be nice to maybe see a little bit of chances taken at 0-0. What's your thoughts on things like that?
Yeah, so I think when it's 8-0 up, you can just do what you kind of want, can't you? You don't have to worry about that they're not going to get that back to a draw or win, are they? So you don't have to worry. And I think at that point, it's about helping the players feel confident as well. There's a few times this season where, things haven't gone our way. We've missed good chances, relatively easy chances. And as a player, you might lose a bit of confidence in yourself. So at that, when you're 8-0 up and those kind of games, everybody wants to get on the score sheet, take the chances, and you've got that opportunity to try something a bit different. Whether Hayley would have taken that chance when it was 1-0, 2-0, maybe, because if we're being honest, that Leicester team was a lot weaker than us, and so you might take that chance. Would you do it against Man City or Arsenal? Probably not. But yeah, I definitely agree with you. We've tried to play quite safe this season. Pass the ball into the net, kind of get that perfect goal. And we know as a team there are a variety of goals in the squad. You can score from a free kick, long range, short range, all these kind of opportunities. And I think, sometimes we just need to take that risk. Don't worry too much about them attacking us when we're taking a shot. Where maybe it's not necessarily Hayley has to always take a shot because she's probably a bit more of our defensive midfielder, but Leah, Kirsty, Jess, Jane, Jackie, even LJ, we know can do it. So those players probably have a bit more confidence in them, and then we'll be taking those chances.
I mean, obviously, it's looking like this season's over, but you'd like to think they've been together now as a team. You know, there will be more chances taken next year because we just need to go for it. Vincent's just said we're just looking like we're trying to stay in the league by the looks of it. So maybe that's it, Vincent. I think we're looking to cement ourselves a bit this season. And the next season, let's have a little bit of a push. Let's go for it a bit more, you know?
Yeah. I often think as well, our strikers haven't been clinical this season compared with last season. So maybe as a player we are worried a bit. Oh, it's not gonna work, or it's not gonna go our way. Maybe if we work it closer to the goal, it might be a bit of an easier chance for us. That kind of thing. So I think there's probably a lot going on in the player's head now after a few games where we score quite a few goals. 3-0s, that kind of thing, or 3-1s, whatever. That the players will be confident. Just look at Leah when she came back at Everton. She looked confident when she was on the ball. And yeah, I think some of our players need to look at Leah and say, yeah, I need to walk with that swagger because I know I can do it as well.
Yeah, definitely. And best mate, Hanson, she can do it as well, just for me. Both of them. But yeah, Gareth's gone with a lot of them that we've had because he sent me a list of 5. He said Zelly versus City, Haley Leicester, what you've just said, LJ Liverpool. He said Amy Everton, what you said, and then he went for the first one ever, which obviously I wasn't there watching it. I'm not sure if you watched it, but Lizzie versus Liverpool. And I remember when it came in though, that goal, I was like, "Wee, beating Liverpool first game, let's go!" I loved it. What was your thoughts on the Lizzie first one?
It's after your first game, you're always a bit like, how is this going to go? These players haven't been together for very long. But yeah, it's Liverpool. A lot of the girls, how United are. We want to beat them. And so yeah, I think we tried a few different things, but last season Alex was a good leader on the pitch and that kind of thing. And so they were trying to do a few different things down the left, and then yeah, Lizzie just scores, and then it just goes. Just see the players going wild. Yeah, it was. I think that goal has a lot of meaning. Whether it was one of our best goals from compared to some of the others, probably not. But it has that meaning for us as United fans, doesn't it?
Definitely. Vincent's John sort of said next season let's play the United way. Yep, totally agree, John. And I think we will see it. I know Vincent also asked a question about maybe seeing some of the devs, seeing some of the 23 girls come through. And I mean, for me, Vincent, that's what I want to see. That is the United way as well. Have you got any thoughts on that, Fiona?
Yeah, we've seen Rebecca May this season, haven't we, at Reading, and that kind of thing. Maybe at that Leicester game, if the devs didn't have a game close to that one, might have been an opportunity for one of the two of them to be on the bench, make an appearance. I think there have been games where we have played attacking football, but it's not been consistent enough. And it's not been against the teams where we should be playing attacking football and winning comfortably. Things like Bristol, and then there was a Brighton game, yeah, where we definitely show we can do it against the top clubs. So we need to make sure we're doing it against the lower clubs as well. Yeah, definitely next season a few more of the devs coming through would be great.
Yeah. And I mean, God, little Maria Edwards, she can score some crackers. But not only her, Tara Bourne, Fran Staples, who knows which one she'll bring through. But hell, even Rebecca May can score some screamers. So definitely, I'd like to see some of them given chance, given a lot of minutes, but then have the confidence to still come in and go, well, I do this in the devs. I'm going to do it and show you, boss. I can do it in the first team.
Yeah, I was going to say there's been a few times where our bench has not been full, so there was space for devs. Maybe Casey just doesn't want to throw them in the deep end. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna call it, Fiona. Is there anything you want to say? Any questions, anybody? If you want to get them in now, is there anything you want to say, Fiona? Thanks for joining me. It's shorter than usual, but it's nice.
Yeah, I was just going to say there are so many goals to choose from for United, and getting to watch them back is obviously a great way to spend some time in lockdown. So anybody who's got some time, have a look at them, and just last season, this season, you just realize things like you didn't realize that were happening in the game. Yeah, it doesn't obviously replace live football, but it's as close as we're getting at the moment, isn't it? But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been on the FA player watching a few games before, and you definitely see things. So I'd definitely recommend anyone who's missing it. Thanks, Vincent. Definitely go and check it out. Check out some of the games on the FA player, some of the United games, win, lose or draw. I think you'll learn a lot, like you say. And guys, check out this Sunday. We do Sunday social. You come on it a lot, Fiona.
Yeah,
We just
we're
sit
good.
So hit us up on the if you're feeling lonely, if you want to talk to fellow Reds, come and join in on Skype on a Sunday around 2 o'clock. Get in at my inbox or get in Barmy Army's inbox, but get in anyone's inbox, get in Fiona's inbox. She'll try and help you and pass it along. Get in everyone. Just make friends connect in this time. But listen, thanks a lot, Fiona. Thanks for coming on. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it. See everyone next week.
Thanks, Nat.
All right, let me. I'm not good at ending it.